Okay, hello and welcome to College Algebra Section 3 on your course schedule. Unfortunately, we were supposed to meet today in room 109, Imagruda Hall. Unfortunately, because of the increasing number of cases due to the COVID-19, we're not able to meet in a regular classroom. For the first 2 weeks, it's going to be done remotely. And then after January 22nd, which will end pretty much the 2 weeks, we should be in our classroom by now. Okay, so for the first 2 weeks of classes, we're going to be learning remotely. And I will be posting YouTube videos on Canvas for those first 2 weeks. But in the meantime, I do need to give you some logistics of what the course is going to be like. So what I'm going to do here is go into Canvas. Okay. So here's the ASU Mid-South homepage. So to get into Canvas, what you have to do here is go to, where is it at now? They changed it a bit. Okay, here we go to Student Portal. And then here you go to Launch My Canvas. This is where you get access to your courses. Okay. And then log in with your username. With your ASU Mid-South email address and your password. In my case, I got it doubled, so I had to enter an access code out. I don't think you have to do this. Okay. And what you should see here is Canvas. Okay. All right, so that's the Canvas dashboard. You should see your courses. Here I teach many courses here, but I'm going to go to MATH-1113-03, which is what we're going to be dealing with here, and that is College Algebra. Okay. All right, so I will be posting an announcement. So here's the important notice here that the first 2 weeks of class will be operated remotely. And I do have the syllabus attached on this home page here for your class. Okay, so we're going to talk about that. So I will open up the syllabus and talk about this with you. Okay, here we go. All right, now, of course, this is College Algebra, but notice that it does have SLA. So not only do you have a class, you also have the SLA session to go with it. The class meets on Monday, Wednesday from 11:10 to 12:35 in room 109. And your SLA is every Monday from 1:15 to 2:10 in the Reynolds Center, RC 113. Okay. So you do have that SLA session that you go every Monday, and the class meets every Monday, Wednesday. And here's my information here. I'm Dr. Anthony Wilkinson. I am your instructor for this course. I am the lead faculty for mathematics here at ASU Mid-South. My phone number, 870-733-6862. My office on campus is located in the Southland Greyhound Building, room 111B. And here is my email address, awilkinson@asumidSouth.edu. Okay, so preferred option would be to email me if you have any questions about anything about the course or whatever. My office hours are listed every Monday through Thursday from 10 to 11 and 2:30 to 4:30 on Tuesday and Thursday. Also, I'm available by appointment only. Okay, so probably the best advice if you need to meet me would probably do through Zoom meetings, if at all possible. Okay, now the course, what we'll be talking about is things that are related to operations on functions and graphing functions. We'll talk about various types of equations like solving linear equations, rational equations, quadratic equations, higher degree polynomial equations, absolute value equations, exponential equations, and logarithmic equations. And then we'll solve linear, rational, and quadratic inequalities and apply some of that to those topics. Also, we'll look at systems of equations and matrices as well. And we will be incorporating the use of technology, mainly the graphing calculator. Okay. It is required that you have taken Development of Math 1424 Foundations of Algebra, or Applied Technical Math, or the equivalent, or have an ACT score of 19 or above to take this class. What's required is this. You do need this right here, the MyMathLab access code. Make sure that you do get the right code. Now, there are two ways you can purchase the access code, either from the bookstore on our campus of ASU Mid-South, or you can purchase it online. Okay. And I'll talk about that a little bit later, how to get the access code if you do purchase it online. Also, you do need a TI-83 or an 84 graphing calculator. More preferably, you'll need the TI-84. I'm not sure if there are any TI-83s floating around, but mostly you'll need the TI-84 calculator. Okay. The textbook is optional, and this is what we will be using as our textbook, College Algebra Essentials 4th edition. The homework will be based on that textbook. You can purchase it online through many bookstores, probably Amazon.com. You can check with them to see if they have that 4th edition of College Algebra Essentials. Okay. Now I'm going to go down here to the method of evaluation and grading. This is where you will be graded. This is how you'll be graded for this course. You'll have 4 unit exams and 150 points each. That totals 600 points. The final exam is comprehensive. That's also going to be worth 150 points. So that's equivalent to 1 test grade. The homework is on MyMathLab. It's going to be various points, but all the homework will add up to 150 points. And then any quizzes and calculated activities, those are going to be various points. Calculated activities will be on MyMathLab. If quizzes are given, they will also be on MyMathLab as well. That adds up to 100 points. The total you can get in this class is 1,000 points. Okay, and the grading scale is on the right. Okay, now next we'll look at, I'll go into more detail about each one of these assignments and exams. You'll have 4 unit exams, and it will cover 1 chapter at a time. And now keep in mind that you will only be allowed to make up an exam if you have a documented, legitimate reason, and I'm notified within 24 hours of the date of the exam, either the day before or the day after. And your exam must be made up. And keep in mind, you're only allowed 1 makeup exam. All right, next I'll talk about the final exam. It is comprehensive. It will be the same format as other exams, but here the final exam cannot be made up. You must take that final exam on the date and the time that is indicated in the final exam schedule. And now the date and the time will be announced in class and will be available on Canvas. So if you know you're not going to be able to make up be there on the day of the final exam, you have to provide some legitimate reason and a documented legitimate reason to take that exam, to make up that final exam, because there will be no makeup for the final. That's it. For homework assignments, quizzes, and calculated activities, homework is on MyMathLab. It is important that you do the homework in order to be successful in this course. So so my advice to you is to do the homework regularly and get help immediately whenever you have questions. Okay. Pretty much I'm available if you need me. Also, we do have tutoring available in the Learning Success Center if you need additional help. Okay. Now, this course will be using MyMathLab. So pretty much the homework and the calculated activities that I provide will be on MyMathLab. So now let me switch my screen so that you can see MyMathLab. As a matter of fact, let me go here. Okay. I don't know if y'all can see this or not, but okay, here it is. That's this. Now, of course, you do have to log into Canvas to get to your course page. Now, on the left side, you're going to see this, My Lab and Mastering. And in fact, I'm going to put this in student view so that way you'll see it as a student. So here, you'll click on My Lab and Mastering on the left-hand side. Okay, now you'll see this page. Then you're going to click on this gold box that says Open My Lab and Mastery. Open My Lab and Mastery. And you'll get the end user licensing agreement. You'll click on I accept at the bottom. Okay. In my case, I get this set up on the day that the class starts, which is on Monday, January 11th. Okay. But trust me, when you on Monday, you'll be allowed to register. So once that happens, you should be able to go ahead and do that. Now, let me go back here because also I have the instructions on how to register for my MathLab through Canvas. So you'll click on that. It's a PDF file, and these are the instructions on doing just that. Okay. So here you're going to sign into Canvas and enter your Canvas course. You'll do one of the following. And the second option is going to be the one that you're going to do here. You'll select my Lab and Mastering link on the course navigation, and then select Open My Lab and Mastering on the content link, which is what I just did. Okay, and then you'll get access to your Pearson course content. So here you'll enter your username and password to link accounts. Now, if you don't have a Pearson account, you might have to select Create and follow the instructions that they give you. And then select an access option. Either if you purchase your access code out of the bookstore, then you'll enter the access code that you purchased from the bookstore. Now, if it's available, you can buy your access code using a credit card or PayPal. Now, if you don't have those options, then the last option would be to get temporary access. Now, let me tell you that the temporary access is only going to be good for a short while. I'm not sure what the date, how long it'll be, probably 2 weeks. But after that expires, that temporary access expires, you must purchase an access code, either online using a credit card or by purchasing it out of the bookstore. Okay. And then after that, you'll be done, and then you'll select Go to My Courses. Okay. So that's how you'll register for MyMathLab, beginning on Monday, January 11th. Okay. So again, if you have questions about this, do feel free to email me and I will try to help you the best way I can. And also, since it does have an SLA session to it, your SLA facilitator may be able to help you as well. And by the way, I forgot to mention that your SLA facilitator would be Mrs. Imani Brown. She's worked well in the developmental math lab and is going to do well for us in the college algebra SLA session. She's your facilitator, Miss Imani Brown. Okay. I need to go back to the syllabus here. Okay. And by the way, for the homework, it will be open after I finish a particular lesson. So once I finish that particular lesson, that homework for that section will be available for you to complete as well. Okay. And do try to follow the deadlines for completing that homework, and don't wait until the last minute to do it. You know, you'll have enough time, but keep in mind that you want to try to get it done right away. Okay. Now let's talk about the SLA session. Okay. Again, Mr. Monty Brown will be your SLA facilitator, and every Monday you will be required to attend SLA. Those sessions are designed to assist you in completing your homework and any coursework. Okay. So you'll be working on various activities, projects, or other coursework with your help of your facilitator, which is Ms. Brown. The SLA workshops are an important part of the academic course, and it would be a great benefit for you to attend regularly. Okay. Now, what I have in bold print and underline is very important. Okay. If you have at least 90% on each exam, you will be excused from attending the SLA session for a few weeks. Okay. Now your grade will be monitored every three weeks or so. But if you have at least 90% at that time, sometimes it could be after the first test or after each test. If you have 90% or above, then you're excused. But keep in mind, even though you're excused from SLA workshops from time to time, you are highly recommended to attend. Okay. So that way you can get help. Okay. Now you'll be excused for a certain period of time, but after that time is up, you'll have to attend those SLA sessions. And also, if you have a staff tutoring requirement, then attending these SLA sessions count as part of that requirement. Okay. Now for course attendance, this is very important. If you miss no more than 2 weeks of class and no more than 2 SLA sessions, and you have an overall grade of 90% or better, then you are exempt from taking the final exam. Now here, we don't have any excused absences. Now, if you have to miss class, that is appreciated, but keep in mind, any missed class will still be counted toward the 2 weeks of class and 2 SLA sessions allowed. Okay, so if you know you have to miss class, do email me or call me if you have any questions, if you have to miss class. All right, you are expected to attend class regularly, attend class on time, remain throughout the scheduled time period. Okay, and it is critical that you attend class every single day and not miss. Okay, so again, if you have to miss class, do let me know through email or by calling me. Okay, because you will be responsible for any material that's covered while you're out. And whatever the excuse is, this can have an impact on your grade. And this also includes missing too many days, being late too often, leaving early too often. All that can have a negative impact on your final grade. So do keep that in mind. Now, here's the Title IX statement. I won't go into much detail about that, but it deals with sexual discrimination, sexual harassment, and who you need to contact about that. Also, this one deals with non-discrimination. Okay, we do not discriminate on the basis of race, color, religion, gender identity, sexual orientation, and so on. And these are the contact individuals here for that. Also, the inclement weather policy. If we have to cancel classes due to inclement weather, do check the ASU Mid-South website, also the announcements in Canvas and other type of media to find out if classes are going to be closed. Also, email and text messages will be sent to students if we have to close the campus. Okay. Also, academic honesty. Hopefully, we won't have anybody doing anything dishonest because it can get ugly. It's not a good thing when we have to report anybody doing anything dishonest in a class, because we do have penalties for that. Okay, I won't go into a whole lot of detail about that. Okay, classroom behavior. If we're in the classroom, you are allowed bottled water and snack foods like the ones listed here. And when we are in the classroom, cell phones need to be on vibrate. So usually I don't like to hear anybody's cell phone ringing in the classroom. If you have to answer it, do it outside, but try to keep it on vibrate and not have it to be heard by others. It's distracting to me and to your classmates. All right, disability services. If you have any type of disability where accommodations are needed, contact the director of the Learning Success Center, make an appointment with that person, and also do that in a way so that he or she can provide the appropriate accommodations for you. Okay, you are required to register with disability services each semester, so you have to disclose any type of disability that you have to them and not to me. That way, they're the ones that will provide the appropriate accommodations. Okay. I'm just scrolling down, so to just cover the highlights of this syllabus, I do have it on Canvas. So if you want more detail about it, you can print it off and read it for yourself. Okay. All right. This right here is the tentative calendar. Okay. Now, notice for these first 2 weeks here, we're going to be in remote learning. So here, I've already talked about getting the introduction, talked about MyMathLab. Now, I will have a YouTube video for this topic on section 1.2, linear equations and rational functions. I will be posting that on the front homepage of Canvas. You will watch that video. I explain how to do the problems, and then you will go into MyMathLab to do the homework for that section. Okay, and then on the 13th, we'll look at complex numbers, and then we'll start quadratic equations. The only thing you're required to do is section 1.4 for that week, which deals with complex numbers. That homework will be available for you to complete. And on the 18th is a Dr. Martin Luther King holiday. There are no classes. So if you want to use that day to get caught up on these two, that's fine. And then on the 20th, we'll look at quadratic equations still, and then other types of equations. The homework will be on section 1.5, which is quadratic equations and just quadratic equations. Okay, so when we come back on the 25th, which is going to be here the third week, unless otherwise informed. We'll pick up with other types of equations and then linear equations and absolute value inequalities. We'll go into that. And notice you'll see the tentative dates for your exams. Usually I have one day available set for review. I do have study sheets that I would be posting on Canvas for you to print off and bring with you. Okay. Right. So that's the entire tentative calendar. You can print this off for your own use and just read over that yourself. Okay. So that's basically what I need to cover in this particular section. I mean, just the syllabus. Okay. So after that, the videos for each of those content sections will be available for you to watch and to complete the homework in my MyMathLab. Okay. All right. So again, please feel free to email me at the address on the top of the syllabus, or call me if you have any questions about anything regarding the syllabus or anything in the course. Okay. Thanks for watching, and best of luck to you.